Good evening. I'm Brad Hansen, and on behalf of the Hansen family and our staff, we welcome you to our annual Christmas memorial service. Before we start, if you haven't silenced your cell phone, would you please? Thank you very much. We are pleased that you are here this evening and encourage you to participate in our program to make it a memorable evening for you. Our purpose tonight is one of reflection upon the lives of those who have meant so much to all of us. We come from many faiths, many walks of life. Some of us are older, and some of us quite young. We join in a sense of community to remember those special people in our lives who have died. So please feel free to laugh, cry, remember, sing, and share all those feelings that we experience this time of the year. We hope that this program will be special to each one of you. I'd like to take just a moment and introduce the Hansen family. My sister Trish Hansen, who happens to be holding the fourth generation of Hansens that may be taking over someday. Yes. That's Georgia. and then let me introduce the parents. My son Stuart and his wife Keely. Keely did all the decorations, and Stuart is one of our funeral directors here at Desert Hills. Also, Trish, though, has a son in the business, too, Tanner Kerr, and he works with our families, too, as well, funeral directing. And they're our third generation, as well as Chris Owens, my son-in-law. So that's the third generation of Hansens that will be here to serve you once I'm long gone. Also, though, I'd like to acknowledge our staff. You saw many of them as you walked in, and we are forever grateful for our staff for what they do for you and the families that we serve. And we really couldn't ask for a more professional and caring staff, and we're fortunate to have them working with you. So at this time, please enjoy the program.
found this package the other day. It was wrapped so neat and secure to be mailed away. And attached to the outside, just as plain as could be, was this simple note for everyone to see.
Please rush through the holiday season. Too painful to open for any reason. Contained within, find one bereaved heart, fragile, broken, and falling apart. I tried to go shopping the other day. The hype of the season blew me away. Sat down to write cards, and that was insane. Couldn't find the list or even think of my name. People say, come over, be of good cheer, celebrate the holidays, and prepare for a new year. But my grief overwhelms me like waves in the sea. Can they cope with my crying and unsettled me? I don't have any holiday cheer, decorations, traditions, or big family meal. I can't do it this year. Do you know how I feel? Guilty and frustrated. I've let everyone down. Our holiday celebrations used to be the best in town. So just ship me away, address unknown. When my grief is over, I might fly home. Signed, Bereaved Heart.
Well, I couldn't just send Bereaved Heart away like that. So I took a few moments and I wrote this note back. The passing of your loved one has forced you to start a new kind of living that's hard on the heart. Undecorating your life full of anger and fears is not easy to do without shedding some tears. Untying your guilt can release a bundle of strife. Questions are stirred up about living and life. Don't be concerned now about invitation and big meals. See how the little stuff handles and feels. Let the love of your family, neighbors and friends uphold and sustain you when you're at loose ends. Most are eager to be there, willing to share. Tell them your needs and they'll show you they care. They'll take you shopping, write cards, even cook. So let that stuff go now and get yourself off the hook. You need time for healing. You've got much work to do. Your heart needs mending. Give that gift to you. Take a walk, read a book, try something your style. Make sure it's relaxing and rest for a while. When holiday invitations come knocking at your door, don't say you want 5 when you only want 4. If you wish to remember your loved one who died, plant a tree, give a gift, let your heart be your guide. This season of wonder can bring you relief if you're willing to unwrap your tears and your grief. Please listen, bereaved heart. Stay close and please dare to open your package and let others care.
Please join with me and sing if you would like to. Joy to the world.
Love is forever. It is something that can never be taken away from you. You are here this evening out of love for the ones that we are honoring and remembering. Memories keep the spirit of our loved ones alive and well as we continue our journey through life. Each of you have received a multitude of gifts from your loved one that you are remembering this evening. These gifts are treasures that you will hold in your heart and in your mind forever. Maybe it was that special smile, that caring heart, that warm embrace that you always felt. Maybe they were always there through the good times and the bads, no matter what, setting an example of what love means. Love is forever. I'd like to share a little story with you this evening. It requires that you use your imaginations. One autumn, there was this beautiful, majestic oak tree proudly displaying its brilliant red leaves, glistening in the autumn sun. There was a gentle northerly breeze blowing through the leaves. One of the leaves suddenly spoke out to those leaves that were around him on the branch. He said to his brother and sister leaves, "You know it is fall, and with that, you know what our fate is. Soon we'll be leaving our comfortable home here. We'll be asked to let go of our branches, fall to the earth, and die." All the other leaves listened intensely as that one brave leaf spoke of his fear and his pain. Autumn progressed, and it was now time for the leaves to be shaken from the tree. All the other leaves were looking at one another, but none of the leaves wanted to be the first to leave. Suddenly, that brave little leaf, who had spoken up earlier about his fears and his pain, smiled to his brother and sister leaves, and he decided he was going to go first. Little Leaf gracefully plucked himself from the tree, slowly began to spin around, floating to the ground. As the leaf was gracefully floating to the ground, he could be heard encouraging the others to follow. He yelled up, "Don't be afraid." As he fell to the ground, he was in a deep meditation, remembering all the wonderful experiences in life that he had had, all the wonderful sunrises and sunsets that he had experienced, all the different people that had walked underneath him. And most importantly, he remembered all of his brother and sister leaves and all the experiences that he had had with them. Suddenly, that little leaf realized that he was who he was because of all the wonderful experiences he had shared with his brother and sister leaves, all the wonderful conversations that he had had with them. He suddenly realized that he wasn't dying, but instead he was reaching the height of his potential. He would never be the same. However, he would always have with him all the memories that he had experienced. After that one little leaf shared his thoughts with the other leaves, one by one, the other leaves gracefully began to follow and take flight. I think this little story this evening says a lot for us to remember our loved ones. All of those that we remember this evening, just like that little leaf, had the courage to take flight. They knew somewhere inside they were soon to reach their potential and would take all of who they were with them. Our loved ones have taken each one of you with them in a special way because you have filled their life with wonderful experiences and allowed them to become who they really were. I celebrate each one of you here this evening. You all are a people of tremendous courage. It takes a lot of inner strength to come back to a place of loss and grief. But know that it is the love that you have inside that drives you. Know that this is a safe place to express your grief. And may the memories of your loved one feed your heart and your spirit during this holiday season and in the new year ahead. Love is forever. Love is the very fabric that weaves our lives together.
This is the portion of our program. It's our memorial roll call and our ornament giving. I will be calling out the name of your loved one, and whether you came by yourself or you have 10 people or 20 people in your family you brought tonight, I ask that you come up, receive the ornament, and place it on the tree. I am going to ask for some ginormous forgiveness right now, because I am pretty sure I am not going to pronounce everybody's name just right, and that is not my intention. So I'm going to ask for forgiveness now. I'm going to start this evening with Barbara Ann Alstrand. Edith Arendt. Salvador Alcazar. Adriano Alvertidvos. Frank Arkle. Brandon Baird. Ronald Ron Bandelier. Arthur William Barksdale. Dennis Bolin Jr. Bob Bondurant. Baylor Booth. Carol Buck. Donald Carbonu, Jr. Raymond Crum and Charles Ed Owens. Antonio Cusimano. Mitchell Douglo Leckie. Laura Marie Del Grosso. Sarah Doskelsil, Steve Turkett, Rose Esquer, William J. Florence, Dale Galloway, Marta Gerstenberger, Damian Glover, Rodney Jackson Graves, Catherine Grossman, Jim Guido, Dylan Haas and Jared Spalding, Ralph Douglas Hade, Lieutenant Colonel Kenneth Hatzenbaloo, Eileen Heaton, Daryl Herringer, Luella Hermanson, Consuelo Haran, Margaret Houle, Elaine Ho, Sam Houston, Salim Ishak, Thomas White Jennings, James Thomas Kinney IV, Zoma Killen. Lynn Coatson, David William Kreitzberg. Peter Lisco. Daniel Loftus. Robert Luis. Philip Lunn. Wilma Jean Little. Donald McDonald. Anthony Magliocco and Michael Maronka. Eric Manning. Zion Manuel. Jean McKenzie. Doug Murphy. Richard Nowicki. Joanne Newcomer. Clifton Brent Olson. Matthew Orr. Brad Parrish. Robert Pennington Sr. George Poe, Margaret Ann Poe, Jeanette Grace Rice, William B. Risley. Pete Robertson, Jerry Rupp, Matthew Sheehan, Ronald Schmidt, Dale Roderick Schultz. Raymond Shea, Arlene Schumann, Gary Smith, Janelle Smith. Marcia Smith, Tim Standing, Clinton Lee Stecks. Was a good catch. That's good, it's okay. John Anthony Stevens. Thomas Stewart and Monty Ward. Mark Dwayne Stores. Martha Strauss. Kenneth Allen Sweet. Nell Swovland, Deborah Swovland. Phoebe Thompson, Betty Jo Thornton, Paul Tworick, Mary Ann Wills, Thomas Wilson, Donald Jean Young. And at this time, if somebody snuck in or we missed your loved one's name, if you would come up, we'll have an ornament for you to place. Delbert Rounds. We're going to dim the lights and sing Silent Night.
memorial roll call has the potential to ask each of us to consider the mystery of life and the mystery of death. These are two realities that each of us gathered here this evening has experienced in some fashion. Lost a loved one, lost a family member, a friend, a colleague, somebody in an organization to which we may belong, to the church that we may attend. And this hurts when we lose somebody that we love. This time of year can be particularly painful for many people. The business world, with all respect to it, tells us that everything is fine. It tells us that we all have plenty of money to buy the gifts that we don't need. The advertising world tells us that there's snow falling outside. Well, if you've ever lived where snow falls outside, you're probably glad you live here where it doesn't anymore. And we can be misled to thinking that our hearts and our minds should be in a different place than they may be. It doesn't matter how long our loved one, our friend, our family member has been deceased. In some fashion, every day, frequently, we think of them, and we're grateful, and we hurt. I would ask you to do something for yourself as we approach the beautiful season of Christmas, remembering that Christ was born in time, and that we prepare our lives now for his second coming, when in glory and majesty all that is known will at last be manifest. I'd ask you to do this for yourselves, and I'm not thinking that you probably haven't been already, but give yourself this Christmas present if you're able. Tell the stories of your loved ones. When most families or friends gather and we start talking about somebody, it's often the phrase comes up, you remember when, you remember the time that, and whatever the story is about our dear ones comes to light. Some of them make us laugh. Some of us think, oh my goodness, did we really talk about that? Oh, I don't remember that conversation. Whatever it is, tell the stories of your loved ones. Because in their absence, they're very present to you. We pray from the book of Numbers. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord let his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. And may the Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you his peace.
Let our hearts be light together and join and sing Jingle Bells.
The Hansen family thanks you for sharing this special evening with us. I would like to thank Chaplain David and Father Page for their kind words and their participation in tonight's service. I'd also like to thank our soloist, Liesl Hill, violinist Taylor Morris, and Adrian Bridgewater, our harpist. I am now going to answer the number one question on everyone's mind that's in here right now. The refreshments and cookies are going to be outside on the patio area. That's the number one question everybody always asks. Then the second question is, how in the heck do I get my ornament? And believe me, if you think you know where it is on that tree, I can assure you, you're not going to find it. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you about 10, 15 minutes for those of you that would like to come up, take a picture of the tree, your family in front of the tree, or the ornament. Please do so. We'll give you 10, 15 minutes. And even you can ask some of our staff to take your picture for you if you would like. Just don't ask me because I'm terrible at pictures. And then afterwards, please leave the ornaments on the tree because our staff is going to come in. They're going to pull the ornaments off. And we're doing this because we want to make sure you get your ornament. Also, many of you ordered extra ornaments, and we have those available for you too as well. And just out of curiosity, or just to let you know, we raised over $5,000 from those extra ornaments, and we've donated all the money to Hope Women's Center and Save the Family Charity, just FYI. Also, if you do want to order some extra ones tonight, you certainly can, and we'll mail them to you, all right? So, did I cover everything, Trish? Do I got it? I got it. Okay, yes. Thank you, David. Yes, thank you. The ornaments, when we're finished, out in the patio are going to be the refreshments. You can come back into the lobby, but go right to the right. They're down the hall, just right down here. We'll have our ladies there will be passing out your ornaments to you, along with your extra ones, okay? So if you would like to come up in an orderly fashion, please, and take pictures, you're certainly welcome. Thank you all so much.